The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. The ego is not master in its own house. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. The unconscious is the true psychical reality. Repression is the foundation stone on which the whole structure of psychoanalysis rests. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. Where it was, there ego shall be. Group 2. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. The first human who hurled an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. The goal of all life is death. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. The great question that has never been answered is, what does a woman want? A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes, but to get into accord with them. The libido is like a river. If it is blocked, it will find another course. The only unnatural sexual behavior is none at all. Group 3. Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious. Dreams are the guardians of sleep, not its disturbers. The dream is the fulfillment of a wish. The mind is a chaos of sexual and aggressive impulses. The unconscious speaks in images, not words. The dream disguises the forbidden wish. Dreams are the overflow of the day's unresolved thoughts. The dream work transforms latent thoughts into manifest content. Group 4. Man is a wolf to man. Homo homini lupus. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility. The first requisite of civilization is that of justice. The price of civilization is neurosis. Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. The ego is not master in its own house. The child is father to the man. The unconscious of one human being can react upon that of another. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Group 5. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. Hysteria is the result of a forgotten trauma. The madman is a dreamer awake. Anxiety is the reaction to danger. The goal of psychoanalysis is to make the unconscious conscious. The ego is not master in its own house. The repressed always returns. The unconscious is structured like a language. A fear of weapons is a sign of retarded sexual and emotional maturity. Controversial. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? Group 6. Religion is an illusion, and it derives its strength from its readiness to fit in with our instinctual desires. God is an exalted father figure. Religion is the universal obsessional neurosis of humanity. The whole thing is so patently infantile, so foreign to reality. On religion, the believer is not happy, he is merely absolved of fear. Religion is comparable to a childhood neurosis. The riddles of the universe reveal themselves only slowly. The future of an illusion lies in its ability to console. Group 7. Civilization is built on a renunciation of instinct. The first human who hurled an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. The price of civilization is neurosis. Society must suppress man's aggressive instincts. The masses have never thirsted after truth. The liberty of the individual is no gift of civilization. The tendency to aggression is an innate, independent, instinctual disposition in man. The principal task of civilization is to defend us against nature. The more we limit the individual, the more we demand from the state. Group 8. Thoughts are shadows of our feelings, always darker, emptier, simpler. No one believes in his own death. In the unconscious, every one of us is convinced of his own immortality. The fear of death is the most terrible of all, and life becomes possible only through repression. Every man has reminiscences which he would not tell to everyone, but only to his friends. The death of a loved one is the most painful experience in life. The unconscious does not know death or time. The mourning process is the mind's way of detaching from the lost object. The shadow of the object falls upon the ego. Group 9. On gender differences, women oppose change, receive passively, and add nothing of their own. Controversial. The sexual life of adult women is a dark continent for psychology. A woman's superego is never as inexorable as a man's. The only unnatural sexual behavior is none at all. The repression of instincts is the root of all civilization. The child's first erotic object is the mother. The Oedipus complex is the nuclear complex of neuroses. Group 10. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. The ego is not master in its own house. The first step towards self-knowledge is the recognition of one's own illusions. The mind is like a labyrinth. Most never find the center. The truth is rarely pure and never simple. The unexamined life is not worth living.